In this video, we will discuss another type of fruits, simple fruits. They are dry fruits. What is the difference between fleshy fruits and dry fruits? In fleshy fruits, the fruit wall or pericarp is differentiated into three layers: outer epicarp, middle mesocarp, and inner endocarp. Any one of the layers store the food material and become fleshy. Such type of fruits are called fleshy fruits or succulent fruits. Succulent fruits are again different types. And second type is dry fruits. In dry fruits, the pericarp or fruit wall, it remains dry or it is not differentiated into three layers: epicarp, mesocarp, and endocarp. And dry fruits are again three different types. What are the three different types? Dry, dehiscent, dry, indehiscent, and schizocarpic. These are the three different types of dry fruits. First one is dry dehiscent. Dehiscency means bursting or splitting. So in this type, the pericarp become or it dehisces or it split at the time of ripening and they liberate seeds outside. In dehiscent, the pericarp does not dehisce. In schizocarpic, the schizocarpic fruits have characters of both dehiscent and indehiscent fruits. We will discuss about all these three types by one by one. The first one is dry dehiscent fruits. So dry dehiscent fruits, they are again further classified into different types. The first type of dry dehiscent is pod, and this fruit is also called legume. This fruit develops from monocarpellary unilocular ovary with marginal placentation. And this fruit dehisces by both dorsal and ventral suture. This fruit dehisces by both dorsal and ventral suture. For example, like this, and seeds present inside this. If you observe the fruit of pea and if you observe the fruit of bean, then we observe when the time of maturity, this fruit dehisces by both ventral side or dorsal side. And this type of fruit will observed in pea and bean. This is the first type of dry dehiscent fruits. The second one is siliqua. Dry dehiscent fruits are four types: pod, and the second one is siliqua. And this fruit develops from bicarpellary bilocular ovary with parietal placentation. And this fruit also dehisces. The siliqua fruit also dehisces from base to apex. And this type of fruit is usually observed in must. If you observe the fruit of mustard and it dehisces by both sides from base to apex. From base to apex of the fruit, it will get dehisced and liberate the seeds outside. And this type of fruit is called siliqua. And next one is called silicula. And silicula is almost similar to silica, but it is few-seeded. And it is shorter than silica. And this type of fruit usually absorbed in candy tuft. This is silica. And next type of dry dehiscent fruit, that is called capsule. And capsule, it is also many-seeded. Capsule is also many-seeded dehiscent fruit, and it dehisces by various methods other than pod, siliqua, and siliqua. And capsule fruit is further divided into, again it is divided into 4 types. The first one is porocidal, and this fruit dehisces. This fruit bursts by means of pores. Example is poppy. This fruit is like this. They are at the apex of the fruit. It has pores, and fruit will be like that. And it dehisces by means of pores. And second one is loculicidal capsule, and this capsule dehisces by locules. It dehisces by locules, and this type of capsule usually observed in lady finger, and one more example is cotton. It dehisces by locules. And next one is septicidal type of capsule, and this fruit dehisces by septa. Septa means separation. At the place of separation, it will get dehisces at the time of maturity. And septicidal fruit present in linseed. And last type of capsule is septifragal, and this capsule also dehisces by septa. But the separated the dehisces pieces are separated from the fruit. And example for septifragal, that is datura. So these are the 4 different types of capsule, and these are the different types of dry dehiscent fruits. Dry fruits are usually classified into 3 types: dry dehiscent, dry indehiscent, and schizocarpy. Dry dehiscent will complete it. And second one is dry indehiscent. Dry indehiscent means they do not dehisce at the time of ripening, and the pericarp become dissolved, and leaves and seeds get outside. After that, the seeds germinate to form another individuals. And there are also again different types. The first one is Atkins, and this fruit usually develops from monocarpellary unilocular ovary. Monocarpellary unilocular ovary. And in this fruit, the pericarp means fruit valve. Pericarp attached with seed coat. The outer part of seed is known as seed coat. The pericarp attached with seed coat at only one side, and the remaining part, both pericarp and seed coat, they are free from each other. And this type of fruits usually it is observed in mustard. And second one is Caryopsis. And this fruit also develops from monocarpellary unilocular ovary. And in this fruit, a pericarp and seed coat. The pericarp and seed coat both are completely fused from each other. Pericarp means fruit valve, and seed coat means fruit and seed. Simply, fruit and seed, they both are completely fused with each other from base to apex. Then such type of fruit is known as Caryopsis. And Caryopsis type of fruit is characteristic feature of Phoeaceae family, like rice, wheat, maize, and grain. If you observe rice fruit, the outer brown part and inner white part, the inner white part is known as seed and outer brown part is fruit. Both are completely fused with each other. This type of fruit is known as Caryopsis. And next one is Sepsilla. And this fruit also develops from monocarpellary unilocular ovary, and pericarp attached with seed coat at only one side, and remaining both are free from each other. And in Sepsilla fruit, the calyx remains with fruit, and the calyx modified into a soft hair-like structure, and this soft hair-like structure is called pappus. That is called pappus. And this type of fruit usually observed in sunflower. And next, dry indehiscent fruit is nut. Next dry indehiscent fruit is nut. And it also develops from monocarpellary unilocular ovary, and in this type both pericarp and seed coat. They are completely free. They are completely free from each other. And in this fruit, usually absorbed in cashew nut, and the pericarp is very hard. In this fruit, the pericarp is very hard, and this is the seed. And pericarp and seed both are completely free from each other. And one more example is lychee. In lychee, if you observe lychee, this is the leathery outermost structure, that is pericarp, or that is the fruit, and inner black color structure, that is seed. And in between these two, there is a white translucent part, and this white translucent part is edible, and this edible part is known as aril. Aril is not true fruit. Aril actually develops from integuments of ovule. So integuments are the protective layers of ovule. In this fruit, the integuments develops into aril. Aril is a white translucent fleshy part. It is very important. Aril is modified from integuments of ovule. These are the different types of dry indehiscent fruits. The last type of dry fruits are schizocarpi. And schizocarpic fruits have the characters of both dry dehiscent and dry indehiscent. That means sometimes they become dehiscous or sometimes they does not dehiscous. But in this case, when the dehiscous, they form a small fruit-like structures, and these smaller parts are known as mericarps. And schizocarpic fruits are again divided to many types. The first one is lumentum. And in this fruit, the fruit is constricted. Between the seeds. These are the two seeds. Between the seeds, the fruit is constricted to form small parts, and these parts are known as mericarps. And usually, this type of fruit is present in Australian acacia, touch-me-not, Mimosa pudica, and groundnut. So groundnut is not true nut, just name is nut. So groundnut is geocarpic fruit. Geocarpic fruit means fruit present inside the soil. If fruit present inside the soil, then it's called geocarpic fruits. And the second one is cremocarp. And this fruit usually develops from bicarpellary bilocular ovary. Bicarpellary bilocular ovary. This fruit also develops small parts, they are called mericarp, and it is usually observed in coriander. Type. And last one is regma. It is also develops from bicarpellary bilocular ovary, and fruit develops into smaller parts, and these smaller parts are called cocci, and this type of fruit is usually observed in castor. And these are the different types of schizocarpic fruits. Dry fruits are three different types: dry dehiscent, dry indehiscent, and schizocarpic. From this, simple fruits are totally completed. And true fruits are usually divided into three types: simple, aggregate, and composite. Simple fruits are again fleshy and dry. Fleshy and dry is completed. And the second type of true fruits are known as aggregate fruits. And these aggregate fruits, simple fruits and aggregate fruits, one flower develops into one fruit. But the difference is the aggregate fruits develops from multicarpellary. They develops from multicarpellary Apocarpus gynoecium.